All-Star Weekend. Who shined in the Rising Stars game? Who was the MVP? How about All-Star Saturday night? The skills challenge, the three-point shootout, the slam dunk contest. Who took trophies home? Who went home disappointed? And finally, Sunday's All-Star game. Who balled out? Who took home the MVP? Reaction on everything from All-Star Weekend. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is my recap for the entire All-Star Weekend from Friday to Sunday. We'll start with the celebrity game.
Really?
It's up and down. I don't watch a whole lot of it. I mean, it's kind of entertaining sometimes to see, some certain celebrities that you may follow. I actually wasn't home anyway, but I did record it, but I never went back and watched it. So with that being said, if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Moving on to the Rising Stars Challenge, Team USA versus Team World. They switched this up a little bit because it used to be first-year players versus second-year players. Now it's Team USA versus Team World. So if you're from another country, you're all on one team. And if you're from the United States, you're on one team. Now, what they do is take first and second year players and put them on like USA and World, and they go against each other. So, with that being said, I thought Jayson Tatum played well. Kyle Kuzma played well. Trae Young, he played well. A lot of guys, were okay. Luka, he was all right. Ben Simmons, obviously, was like, you don't take a lot of jumpers in this game. So, unless you're a shooter, but like Ben Simmons does a lot of dunks. So, we don't want to get too excited over his 14 for 17 from the floor. But my assessment of it is, did they get it right? They named Kyle Kuzma MVP. Basically, they just gave the MVP to who scored the most points. Because I thought Jayson Tatum or Trae Young should have been MVP. Trae had 25. Kuzma did have 35, but Trae had a double-double with 10 assists. So I thought he should have got it, really. But, whatever. It's an all-star game. So moving on to Saturday night, we had the skills challenge. It was, Trae Young probably should have won it. Jayson Tatum, hits a half-court shot because he realizes he's not going to catch up to Trae before Trae gets off his three-pointer. So he has to, pull it from half-court, and he banked in. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So he won the skills challenge. This has been, with the three-point contest, the most consistent events of the Saturday night. So we also had three-point shootout. That was intense, because I thought Booker was going to get in there, and he missed by one. Then I thought Curry was going to win, and Joe Harris. It was like back and forth. You didn't know, how close these guys were. Lillard coming down to his last shot, Curry to his, Booker to his. Everyone was, out there just knocking down threes, and it was pretty intense. Like I said, I thought Curry would pull it out, but he didn't, and I don't know. Curry hasn't really fared well in these events. I think he's won one three-point shootout. I could be wrong. I did not check that before I recorded this, but I'm almost positive he only has one win in 3 or 4 attempts at it. So,
really?
With that being said, he's a great shooter. Joe Harris was just sometimes you get these guys who can shoot and they're on fire. So it happens, but it was a great three-point contest. The dunk contest kind of goes up and down depending on not so much the stars you get, but I think guys that just bring it. If you have a Levine and an Aaron Gordon where they're going, back and forth, that's what makes the dunk contest is the head-to-head matchup. But if you don't get that, then one guy, has a good, it's cool. But if you go back to Vince Carter, everyone talks about how dominant Vince was in that dunk contest, and he was. But the fact that you had Tracy McGrady and Steve Francis doing amazing dunks, that's what made that dunk contest special, and including what Vince did. So I think if he had done it without those guys doing anything, then it would have been good for Vince, but I think it made it one of the best dunk contests overall. I thought you had a great showing by, I want to say his name right, Hamidou Diallo. I think I got it. Hamidou Diallo. I hope I said his name right. I apologize if I didn't. But yeah, he did some amazing dunks. At the dunk contest, it was good. Dennis Smith Jr. and Hamidou Diallo, I think that's how you say it. Bruh. They were the two best dunkers of the night. John Collins, I thought going in he had potential to do some good dunks, but I think he overthought the whole process a little too much. I thought he had the right idea, but it wasn't executed well. But those two were the best. Dennis Smith Jr., I just thought Dennis Smith, I don't know, it looked like he was running out of gas on these dunks because he was getting up there, but he just couldn't execute them. And Diallo, once he did the one over Shaq, that probably pretty much wrapped it up.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
Yeah, it was an okay dunk contest. I thought, like I said, the best events of that Saturday night was the 3-point shootout and the skills challenge. Dunk contest was entertaining, but it wasn't one of the best. So, moving on to the All-Star game. I thought going in, Team LeBron had the better team. I mean, for Giannis, you had Giannis, Curry, Paul George, Embiid, Kemba, Chris Middleton, Blake Griffin, Russell Westbrook, Nikola Jokic, Kyle Lowry, D'Angelo Russell, Nikola Vucevic, and Dirk as the special commissioner selection. And then LeBron, I mean, you got LeBron, Harden, Durant, Kyrie, and Kawhi. And then Lillard, Thompson, Beal, Ben Simmons, Towns, Aldridge, Anthony Davis, and Dwayne Wade as the commissioner's pick. Bruh. So I thought eventually that team would take over and kind of run past them. Early on, it looked like it wasn't going to work out that way. Team Giannis was up 20. Giannis was definitely going to be the MVP of this game. If they could find a way to win, they were up. I think fourth quarter, I think LeBron's team, I want to say they cut it to 1 at the end of 3. It was pretty close at the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, I think they started making those threes in the third. So you had Lillard, you had Durant, Beal, Kawhi, the guys that struggled like with the shot early on started making them. Like Dame made 3 or 4 in a row. Kawhi made 3 or 4 in a row. That changed the momentum of the game. Thompson hit a couple, and next thing you know, they were off to the races because Team Giannis, they couldn't stop it. Like once they turned up the defense and the intensity, it was. And, they kind of ran away from them. They ended up winning, by 14 points. So 178 to 146. They outscored them by 13 points in the quarter. So, yeah, they was down 1. So, yeah, it was a good game. Like I said, it wasn't as good as last year's. I thought last year was a little more intense for a longer period. But I don't think you're ever going to get 4 quarters of that type of play. It is an all-star game. We have to stop expecting these guys to play it like it's the NBA Finals. It's never going to happen. It never has, even back in the 80s and 90s. People have revisionist history, but they didn't play it that way either. So I think it was just a little more not so passive early on, But if you go back and look in the 90s, when guys had it on the break, Jordan and them are not pipping out, flying at guys trying to block their dunk. Nah, but second half, fourth quarter, that's when you turn it up more. So I don't have revisionist history because I watched a whole lot of All-Star games from all the eras. So, But with that being said, the All-Star, the halftime show was good. You know, I thought Meek Mill did a good job with the introductions. I thought J. Cole was really, really good with the halftime show. I mean, that's how you do a halftime show. Not a shot at the NFL, but it really is. Yeah, that's how you do halftime show. You get somebody that's invested in that city, and you get that type of performance, like, you know. But with that being said, overall, I'll probably get a whole All-Star weekend B+. I thought almost every event was B or higher. The dunk contest, I said, was probably the worst one, so maybe I go C+, B- on that, but everything else was really good to me. The production was very well done, so great weekend of NBA basketball. Looking forward to the second half of the season. Stay tuned for my first half awards. It's going to be coming up at the end of the week. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the support. If you're new, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.